Hi guys, this is Annette with Sun to Shine Astrology and Tarot, and welcome to another astrological event. Today we are going to be talking about January 17th, 2021, and that is the day that Jupiter in Aquarius is in an exact square with Uranus in Taurus, which is now direct. When I was processing this energy, just doing the graphics and trying to figure out how I want to structure the video, I felt this overwhelming darkness. And it was similar to the darkness that I had felt when I processed the January 6th reading. And for me, processing means I am looking at the astrological aspects, and as I'm writing them down and looking at them, I feel certain energy when processing certain aspects. And as I was doing that, I was extremely overwhelmed by the darkness of this day. So I want to talk about it specifically because the day jumped out so much. Now, the whole week is just going to be a very hard week. And we have a new moon in Capricorn, and Uranus goes direct in Taurus, and Pluto being conjunct the Sun this week. I feel that there is so much energy that is going to be very, very intense to process and feel. When I was processing this week and this day, I felt like something was sitting on my chest. I felt all of a sudden just constricted and tight, like I couldn't breathe. And when I feel that type of energy, I just know something very, very unpleasant is coming. It's hard when you are an empath to process anything like this because you want to be there for other people and you want to heal and you want to do your light work, right? But in the same sense, when you process something and you feel something to this magnitude, it is so overwhelming that it's debilitating. This is one of those days that you feel coming in that way. It's so dark. To me, when I was processing the energy, I felt like I was in a cave and I had a flashlight. And as I'm getting deeper into the cave, the flashlight starts to dim because the cold starts to drain the batteries of my flashlight. And as I get deeper and deeper, I'm hitting the flashlight against my hand to try to shake what little life there is out of those batteries so that I can have some light. Suddenly, the light goes out. So this is one of those weeks where I think it's going to be very difficult to find the light. And I don't say that to scare you. I say that because I'm going to give you a tool to help you through this week, because I feel like this week is going to rock our boats. And we're going to need to cling to the one good energy that I think is out there, and that is the word hope. When you're an empath and you feel this level of feeling, the first thing you want to do is run the other way. You don't want to talk about it. You want to avoid it. You want to dismiss it. You want to minimize it. You just will do anything not to feel this level of pain and sadness. The other thing that I felt when I was processing this day was maybe evil. It's so dark. The energy feels angry and aggressive. Jealous and envious is energy I feel in the darkness. I see somebody pacing and plotting, scheming, and this coming out. I feel desperation, definitely, and I feel like I have no control in this energy. It's very hard. It's very dark, and it suffocates me to feel like I don't know how, it just puts my light out. I don't know how to describe it, and I know that maybe other empaths out there, or people who are very sensitive to energies, can understand what I'm talking about. But it's not good energy. And this day is so alarming to me because of the intensity. And I think the intensity that I fear most about this day is the level of chaos. It feels so dark. I don't know. Hopefully I'm wrong. I want to be wrong. So far I've been pretty spot on. So I'm making a video about it because I want to talk with you about how we get through a day like this. Because I feel it feels unsafe. Whew. So on this day, we're going to have Jupiter in Aquarius. It's going to be squaring Uranus and Taurus. So Jupiter being in Aquarius, Jupiter, everything it touches, it expands. And I think it's going to expand our shove forward. This is where I feel like there's just this insane level of instability. It stems from the worst emotions that we can feel. The lower emotions, those ones that dwell really deep and make us fear-based and make us they trigger us. And so it's like those dark emotions, I feel like that's where the chaos is going to come from. I keep having this overwhelming feeling of desperation and resentment and just pure raw ego. Mars is going to be in Taurus. I feel like because Jupiter is conjunct Saturn in Aquarius, because Jupiter's in Aquarius, Saturn's in Aquarius, and it's conjunct, the only way that we can move forward is by this Plutonian moment. And the Pluto is going to be conjunct the Sun, Capricorn, which is going to be squaring Mars here. So this is going to be people who are scared about losing control of the power they think they deserve, and that they've been working to attain. And this is, they've been planning and plotting and scheming to get it. And it's like the final struggle for power over something in the way that things used to be. It's that standoff kind of feeling. I don't know. It's a bad feeling. So let's talk about something good, because I can't keep feeling this energy. It's really hard to process this. So Chiron is going to be in Aries, and it's going to be in a beautiful sextile. It's a very tight sextile, actually, with Mars here in 5 degrees. And this is going to be about, who do you want to be? I mean, do you want to be that person that is still controlled by all of their weaknesses? Or do you want to be that person that is deciding you're not going to be that person anymore? The moment of change for you may be that you decide to make the world a better place. Do the right thing. Put your selfish needs aside and stand up for things that really matter. In the material realm, you want safety and security and stability, and you're going to take action to get those things. To me, it feels like a somewhat united force. So I think there's definitely going to be kind of like the epic superhero battle between the light and the dark. Definitely, I see that. The mental instability that I feel is probably the most uncomfortable, because it's so overwhelming, unable to focus, vacillating a lot, not knowing what move to make, falling back on old thought processes because it's difficult to know what to do. It's very scary for a lot of people who are around people like this to know how to handle somebody like this. I don't know. So here's the thing. The Sun, Mercury, and Saturn are all working together right now, and Jupiter, to push us toward progression. So sometimes that takes a shove, and this definitely feels like a shove energy. And you're going to have to forgive me because January 6th was a lot for me to deal with, to feel, and then seeing a day like this and processing all week's energy and seeing the anger and the rebelliousness. I see a rebellion here for sure. And it's like, what side of the rebellion do you want to be on? That's what I keep hearing. I don't know. Like, I don't know what any of these messages are. I know that normally I can see the light pretty easy, but the darkness is pretty dark here. So it's really hard for me to find the light. And so the light I see is Chiron and Aries, and just knowing that it's okay to just not be okay right now, to be emotional, to be upset by everything. I spent a whole day crying, and I don't do that. So I think we just got to do whatever we can do to soothe ourselves right now, because this is a very turbulent time. Really being honest with yourselves about your weaknesses and how this is triggering those weaknesses. It's really good for us to face who we are when we feel unstable, or there is some sort of unrest with us or in the external world. There's a lot of external energy here. So there's going to be a lot of stuff that is outside of our control, pushing us to our limits, and just take care of ourselves, because what's being destroyed is for our own good in the long run. Anyhow, guys, much love to all of you. Just hang in there. We're going to get through this together, right? Because, well, we have no choice. Have a good day. Much love to all of you. And please go out there and be loving, compassionate, gentle souls in the midst of all of this chaos.